how to build an emergency fund and why is it non-negotiable. So recently, I've been seeing sa YouTube yung mga cash loan ads. Like every time I open my YouTube account, syempre hindi naman ako naka-premium sa YouTube. But every time I open my YouTube accounts, laging merong cash loan ads. And yung mga skit nila is nagkasakit, merong biglang kailangang pagawa sa bahay, kailangan umuwi ng probinsya, mga emergencies. Anong pinapatala doon sa ads na solution is mag-loan ka. Kasi madali lang mag-loan, madali lang makakuha ng loan ng ganitong interest rate. In just less than 24 hours, makukuha mo na yung pera. As in ganon. Kasi I wanted to highlight in this content na hindi loan ang solusyon sa mga emergencies nyo. Kailangan yung mag-save ng emergency fund. Kasi there is one thing that most people don't realize until it's late. Kasi one emergency can actually wipe out your years ng hard work nyo. Step 1 is you have to decide your goal. So, ideally, you have to aim for 3 to 6 months ng living expenses nyo. Say, for example, ang buwan-buwan na monthly living cost nyo is 30,000. So, ngayon, ang target goal mo is makaipon ng 90,000 to 180,000. Step 2 is you have to start small and build up. Kasi yung 90,000 to 180,000, syempre medyo parang, paka-overwhelming naman yan. Parang ang hirap. Okay, don't panic. Start with small. Start with 500 pesos, 1,000, 5,000 pesos. So, kapag lumalaki yung sahod mo, medyo lalakihan mo na nga lang din yung dagdag mo doon sa emergency fund mo. Basta the ultimate key here is to start. Just start. Ang pinaka-importante dito is the consistency. Okay? Not the size. As long as ginagawa mo siya every single time na sumasahod ka and then nilalagay mo siya sa emergency fund mo, then it's totally fine. Wala yan sa kung gaano kaliit o kalaki. Number 3 is to automate your saving. You have to treat your emergency fund like a bill. Isama nyo siya sa mga daily or monthly expenses nyo. So, say for example, sumasahod ka and pumapasok yun dun sa ATM mo. Mag-open ka ng online banking and then automatic transfer mo siya. Iset mo siya as scheduled transfer. Meron yun sa mga bank online app. So, you can set maybe 5%, 10%. Kahit liit-liit pa niya, magugulat ka na lang, unti-unti mo na naiipon yung emergency fund mo. And then step 4, you have to keep it accessible but untouchable. So like, gagawa ka ng separate account and the purpose of that account is specifically for the true emergencies only. So ideally, for this account, kailangan mo lang siyang debit card. So hindi siya easily withdrawable. Tapos kung may savings account, dapat hindi yun nakasama sa savings account mo kasi iba yung purpose ng savings account, iba yung purpose ng emergency fund. And kailangan well-defined kung ano ba yung emergency. Kasi sometimes, meron ka nagustuhan na gadget. Tapos, since nagustuhan mo yung gadget na yun, emergency, bibiling ko na, kailangan ko na bilhin to, sayang sale. Hindi yun emergency, guys. Ang emergency funds po, hindi po yan para sa shopping, gadgets, vacation, hindi po yan emergency. Emergencies po talaga, guys, yung kailangan talaga. Parang, kumbaga, life and death na to. Kapag ito hindi napagawa, wala kaming matitirhan, may mangyayaring di maganda na nakakapanglumo. Yun yung mga emergencies. And then, step number 5 is to refill when used. Say, for example, nagamit mo siya. Make it a priority to rebuild it again and mabalik mo ulit siya doon sa 180,000 kung yun yung goal mo. So, bakit ang emergency fund is non-negotiable? Kasi yung trabaho mo, never yan guaranteed. There's a chance na syempre mawalan ka ng trabaho and yung mga medical bills can appear anytime. And ang utang can be actually a trap if you will be relying dun sa mga cash up loans na yon instead of your cash reserves. So, hindi po sagot ang mga loan ads na yon sa inyong mga emergencies. Mag-ipon po kayo ng emergency fund kasi with emergency fund, you're buying yourself financial freedom and peace of mind, which is actually priceless.